Okay guys, I'm here for another retro review. This time we're returning to the WWE F at the time because this retro review is Backlash 1999, which took place on August the 24th, 1999 from the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. An 8-match card, so we have a maximum star total of 40. Our opening match is a 6-man tag match. It's the Brood, Gangrel, Edge, and Christian taking on the Acolytes and Midion in an okay 6-man tag. It's a 2-star match. Like I said, it's a 2-star match. Finishing sequence comes when Viscera comes down and squashes Christian, and then Christian gets Bradshaw's clothesline from hell, and that picks up the win for the Acolytes and Midion. 2 stars. So the next match is the WWE Hardcore Championship match. Hardcore Holly versus Al Snow. In a match that was a lot like their match that they had at St. Valentine's Day Massacre when they went all over the place. They go all over the place here, including into a dumpster. But it's a 1-star match. Finish comes when there's a top rope superplex, which puts them both through a table, which gets a 2, and then Al Snow picks up head, hits Hardcore Holly with head, and then while holding head covers Hardcore Holly and wins the match and becomes the Hardcore Champion. But in an interview by Nicole later, they do this thing where Al Snow's talking to Head, and basically Head says that it's the Hardcore Champion because it pinned Hardcore Holly, which led to a match in which Al Snow took on Head for the Hardcore Championship. That was on a Raw. Yes, this was a very, very dumb thing. Like I said, 1 star. Next match is the WWE Intercontinental Championship is on the line, as it's the Godfather versus Goldust. Half a star, because this match really isn't that good. It's not, like, it doesn't deserve to be 0, but it's not good enough to be 1. It's half a star, because there is some fun comic spots in it. Goldust goes to use some powder on Godfather, but Godfather reverses that, and he puts it back into Goldust's face. Excuse me. And that makes Goldust blind, and Goldust, thinking the Blue Meanie is Godfather, beats out the Blue Meanie and hits Blue Meanie with the Shattered Dreams. And then Godfather hits the Death Valley Driver, or what became known later, the Pimp Drop, and gets the win. So like I said, half a star. So then we get a #1 contenders tag team match for the tag team championships. The New Age Outlaws versus Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. 1.5 star match. Could have been better, but honestly, all the fans cared about was Deborah McMichael's puppies, so to speak. And that's really all Jerry Lawler cared about. So it really takes a lot off from this match. Finish is Owen Hart's got Road Dogg in the sharpshooter, and then Billy Gunn hits the Famouser, and then Road Dogg covers Owen Hart and gets the win. Although I don't think Owen Hart or Road Dogg were legal in the match, but whatever. Ooh, excuse me again. Like I said, 1.5 stars. So the next match is only the second and final Boiler Room Brawl, as it's Mankind versus the Big Show in a half a star Boiler Room Brawl. The first one is a little bit better, but this one is the only thing that saves it from getting 0 stars is there's some spots of steam and stuff like that. Mankind wins by walking out the door, and then he gets beat up by Big Show and Test, and then by Big Boss Man and Test, and then Big Show comes to his rescue, and that's that. Yeah, half a star. So the next match is X-Pac versus Triple H. Story behind this was Chyna in February had joined the corporation, and then Triple H had joined the corporation at WrestleMania, costing X-Pac his match with Shane McMahon. So this is this match. This is the best match on this show. It's a 4-star match. Triple H made X-Pac look good like you knew he was going to do, because that's the one thing about when the Clique wrestled each other. You knew that they were going to make each other look good. And that's what happens here. Eventually Kane comes in after the referee's down, choke slams Chyna, choke slams Triple H. X-Pac hits 2 Bronco Busters, 1 on Triple H, 1 on Chyna, but Triple H hits a pedigree and then covers X-Pac for the win. 4 stars. A very good match. Best match on the card. 4 stars. So the next match is Ken Shamrock versus The Undertaker. The whole story of this match is Shamrock's working over The Undertaker's leg because he wants to be the first guy to make The Undertaker tap out. Because he wants to be the first guy to make Undertaker tap out. So, yeah. So he works over Undertaker's leg the entire match. Eventually, Bradshaw comes down, Shamrock goes for a tombstone, Undertaker counters, and Undertaker gets the win after the counter tombstone. 2 stars. I must really be tired today, but, sorry again. So, that brings us to the main event. A no-holds-barred match for the WWE Championship. Stone Cold Steve Austin defending against The Rock with special referee Shane McMahon. This was made a no-holds-barred match earlier on Sunday Night Heat, and Shane also said that if Austin intentionally hit him, Austin would be disqualified and lose the championship. A disqualification in a no-holds-barred match. That is an irrelevant misnomer, and it makes no sense. This is primarily a fight outside. There's very little in-ring wrestling until, like, the very finishing sequence of this match. It's kind of similar to the WrestleMania 15 match, even though the WrestleMania 15 match did spend more time in the ring. Eventually, when they get to the ring, Austin goes for a stunner, Rock pushes him off, which knocks Austin into Shane, so he hit him, but it wasn't intentional. Then a rock bottom, Shane counts 2, Austin hits a stunner, Shane goes to count, but he won't count. He won't count the 3, and he swore on his grandfather's name he would, and he didn't. So he starts to walk up the aisleway when Vince McMahon brings Earl Hebner out with the Smoking Skull title that Shane had taken back to his office. And then Vince knocks out Shane with the Smoking Skull title. And then Austin stuns The Rock and then hits The Rock with a stunner and gets the win. He stuns The Rock and then he hits him with the championship, and that gets the win. It's a 3-star match. It's a tad bit overbooked, but it's not that bad. It's a 3-star match. And then this show ends with The Undertaker abducting Stephanie and Vince McMahon's limo. Because this was during the whole higher power when Vince McMahon was feuding with The Undertaker over control of the company or something like that. That ended up all being a setup just to end up screwing Austin out of the WWE Championship. So out of 40 total stars, this show gets a 14.5. If you took out the Al Snow and Godfather, if you took out the Godfather and Goldust match in the Boiler Room Brawl and only had 6 matches, you'd have a much better card. So it's 14.5 out of 40. That's a C-. So this will be in my Retro Wrestling Review playlist. If you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there. The next Retro Review will be tomorrow, which will be a WCW pay-per-view. Don't know which one, though. So, thank you for watching. Bye.